Hello, and thank you for stopping by. I'm sure you'll find that nothing's wrong with our humble little worksite here. We treat all our workers at Jacksonville Shipyard with the utmost respect, and we never discriminate based on gender, or anything else for that matter. If you have any questions at all, I would love to be of assistance. Like I said earlier, I don't mind at all if you record our conversation.
Is there a distinct problem with the difference among men and women workers here?
None at all. Now I'll admit, boys will be boys, but the claims that the girls make are blown out of proportion and are only their side of the story. I'm sure any investigation will find no results of anything remotely serious. This is a safe and friendly work environment. It has to be, or else any work wouldn't be done.
Has anyone ever come to you reporting sexual harassment before?
It's an everyday occurrence. Just like every day I get reports that somebody is slightly unhappy or something minor happened. Their stories are often different and are not anything to warrant an investigation.
After these occurrences where people come to you, what changes have you made or attempted to make?
We separated the lunch tables. The women just complained more and more about this, and saying that it made them feel caged in and like they were animals. It seems to me like the women just want attention if they're complaining about everything to get our help.
Thank you for your time and answers.
My pleasure. Nikki, please give this man some coffee.
With cream or sugar, sir?
Why are you asking me, Nikki? The man wants the coffee.
I'm sorry, sir. What would you like?
No, thank you, please. I'm fine.
My first day on the job working on the psychology team, I was picked up at the bus depot that offered free transportation for all of their employees. I was the only one on the bus until the next stop. Another employee walked on the bus. Every other seat was free, but for some reason, he wanted mine. He sat next to me and made me feel very uncomfortable. I felt very insecure when this other employee sat next to me. I asked him to leave, but instead he put his arm around me and called me dollface. I tried to slide over, but he only got closer to me. After attempting and failing to push him away, I gave in and sat in very close quarters to this new friend, as he called himself. I couldn't wait for the bus ride to be over. Sadly, that's how it is every day. Talk about starting with a good morning. As soon as I got to work, I went to the women's locker room to change. When I walked down, I was surprised by another male employee who was actually standing in the locker room. I was just going to get my stuff and find a bathroom to change in, but he kept trying to touch me and asked if I wanted to see him later that night, and if we could hook up. I told him no, but he kept prodding and kept trying to seduce me. He soon began imitating his size with an orange cone that was in the locker room. I told him he was repulsive, and he said, "Baby, you know you want that." As soon as I said no for the third time, he backed me up into a corner, making me feel even more insecure, and went on making hard gestures. Good thing I went to self-defense class. While I was working, I was whistled at and winked at. I was glad for my break. I was able to relax and read a couple of books. It went undisturbed until another worker came in and rudely put his hard hat on my head, and then sat next to me, like the other man on the bus, too closely. He put his arm around me and just the same, and made rude and vulgar comments. I told him he was interrupting me and asked him to move, or sit in one of the other 6 seats. He refused, and when he did, I got up and left. I hate going to work and having to constantly adjust to the male employees so I don't feel uncomfortable. I guess all the female skilled workers have gotten pretty numb over the whole ordeal. It never leaves your mind, but I guess you get used to it after a while, and it becomes expected. I guess it has, at least for me. Except for now when the psychology team has brought it back to my attention. I hope they can solve this, and I can work in a peaceful environment.